Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's been a very long time, I know. So I spilt water on our Mac, so I've not been able to edit films and I've not been able to film films because my friend whose camera this is needed it back for a few days. I'm basically just making up excuses. I think I've just not sat down and played with makeup in a long time. It's weird. I've got a new background. Last time I filmed it was like lockdown, so yeah, feeling pretty weird to be going back to normal life. Normal life. It's actually kind of fun because Jack and Emily are out. So I don't feel like a knobhead talking to myself. Today I'm going to just do a get ready with me, just put on some makeup, just show you how I've evolved with makeup, because I've been looking back at my channel videos, and when I started doing this, which is only a matter of months ago, yikes, I look at my makeup, I look at my base, I didn't know what foundation suited my face. Everything that I just thought, like, I'm pale, I have to wear the palest foundation, and then I like to wear like a really full coverage, and it was just seeping into like my forehead cracks, which is, I mean, okay, but like I'm really insecure about them as it is, so yeah, we're going to play with makeup. I'm going to show you what kind of products I use now. I think I'm just going to honestly show you what I do day to day, so carry on watching. I'm just going to pin my hair out the way. Yeah, that's another thing. When I started like my YouTube, I had like a fringe, I had a mullet. I've now got this like little shag going on. I've literally not done anything to my skin today. All I've done is tidy the flat and do some of my skincare, so I'm just going to start off by putting on my ordinary moisturiser. As you can see, it is pretty used up. I've got a CeraVe one to start using after this, but this was like when I was going through my I need to look after my skin during lockdown phase, and I really got into like loads of the ordinary products, so this is like the tail end of that. But yeah, I think I need something a bit more moisturising, especially as it's August, it's about to transition into autumn, bad skin, blah, 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 yada yada yada. So yeah, I'm gonna start using CeraVe one because that's for more dry skin. My spots on my neck seem to have come back now that I'm back at work, so I feel like it's pollution, maybe. I'm gonna use that excuse because I do take my makeup off. Like, I think again, over lockdown, I really like learned how to look after my skin. I learned the steps, what goes before what. So yeah, just having a bit of an issue here, and like this big thing. Do you ever have one of those spots that just appears and it feels like you've literally banged your head? What is that about? So yeah, next I'm going in with the La Roche Posay Anthelios Factor 50 SPF. Again, it's another thing that I really got into the habit of using under my base, because when you're using acids and stuff, it's like you need to be using an SPF. I think regardless of rain or shine, I've been told that you need to use an SPF. The weather in Manchester here today is sunny, even though we got told there was a storm on the way. But I think that's happened. It was called Storm Ellen. So yes. Next up, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer, because I've been using the Becca Backlighting Primer one, but I'm not made of money, so I'm using this because it's just as good. I really like, again, going back to what I was talking about with like my base before, during lockdown, I liked a matte full coverage base, but right now I like a more glowy, dewy look. Just gonna put that on. Honestly, it's taken me so long to sit down and film because I've built this up in my head that it's like super scary, super like I've got to do something that's really cool and interesting, but I just like making vids. I just like putting makeup on. So I just thought I'm going to just sit and talk whilst I do my everyday makeup, because I don't know, there's no point in like forcing yourself to do something and then not enjoying it. This is my break-in back into YouTube. Okay, next up, I've really tried to... Okay, right guys, I am awful with money and I keep trying to save up and get like a nice high-end foundation, because I do use drugstore, but again I've been using two paler colours, so I've been saving up, but spending my money elsewhere on things I shouldn't. I went into Urban Decay because in my next pay I'm going to get the Stay Naked foundation because they gave me these samples and I love it. Like I said, I don't want full coverage. This is like a nice medium light coverage foundation, which I'm happy with. She said that my colour was 30 CP, but I don't know, like, she also gave me 20 CP because I think I am a pale ass bitch and it is going to be getting colder, less sun. So yeah, I'm gonna use the 20 CP today, but I'm actually fake tanning at the moment. I don't know if anyone knows that. Yeah, really got into fake tan, which is not like me. I don't know why I'm doing this. It just seemed fun. I'm also filming an Instagram video at the same time as this, you know, 2 birds with 1 stone. I used to use a sponge to blend in my foundation, but I've just started using a brush, don't know, just one of them things. Oh, it's just so not a high coverage and feeling like it's going to block up all of my pores, which we love. What have you all been up to? Because I've got a new job. That's why I feel like I've just been breaking myself into it. I'm just going to take this down my neck. I feel like my body's been breaking into it because I've been literally sat down for 4 months. So I think that's another reason why I've just not been doing YouTube, is because I'm just so tired. And last week was the week of my period, and I don't know if anyone watches my vlogs, but I become a nightmare. I become an absolute cow bag. But yeah, I've started working at Cow Vintage in Manchester, which is really nice. I really love it and everyone's so lovely. I actually can't believe I'm in a job that I love. Basically my old job, they went quiet for a while. I was still on furlough, and then yeah, I just heard that they sold the business, so I was like, shit. And I don't know, like before lockdown I had an interview at Cow. So yeah, it was so lucky that they rang me and told me that I've got it. So you're now looking at head of sales, bitches. Honestly, I'm gonna buy so many gloves. Okay, so classic me. I'm too poor to get a good concealer, but I have been enjoying this All Nighter concealer because I do like it to be a bit lighter at the front of my face, so I'm going to use it. Just a little touch. Again, I don't like to use too much of products at the moment. I look back and I was slapping it on. My skin was not loving me. Gonna take it. I just like to go like this. I only do like that under my eyes day to day. Simple as that, and then I'm just taking my brush and blending it in. Just with little like circles. It's so weird, like since I've not been filming, I've been watching different YouTubers. I feel like my whole style's kind of changed. I do want to do more like fun character kind of based looks, but I do enjoy just playing around with my base, like making just oh my god, a fox eye. I am so addicted to a fox eye. And liner. I never used to be a liner gal, but now it's just changing up the whole shape of your face and playing around that I just love it. And yeah, I'm just trying to have fun. I'm just gonna try and address these spots here, which shouldn't be really doing this with a light concealer, but anyway. And it's simple as that for the base, but I have been going in with a cream blush underneath just because it lasts longer, girls. I'm just gonna take this e.l.f. monochromatic stick. They're like just cheap cream blush and I really like them. Take it on the back of me palm, like so. Rub them together and I just kind of tap it on my cheeks. I look like an absolute idiot doing it, but it's just like the beginnings of the blush. Okay, next, bronzer I have got into in a big way. This is the Summer of Love by why do I sound like I'm presenting? This is the Summer of Love by I Heart Makeup. It's just a nice shimmery bronzer and I just love it at the moment. I used to contour and like I just feel like it's one of those things that you just don't need to do. I think I was using such a cold contour that it was looking, I just don't need to do that. I like now having a warm complexion. I think also from fake tanning I'm just obsessed with looking a bit more glowy, a bit more less like a Victorian child with cholera. I'm just going to take my bronzer and take it along the tops of my cheeks. I just use little circles Also, sorry guys, I haven't washed my brushes, haven't had time for that, but rest assured they got washed about 2 days ago, so I'm not that bad. This is meant to be a chatty get ready with me, but I'm just finding it so hard to do my makeup and talk. I need to concentrate. I'm just keeping this quite high. Honestly, all my tips have basically come from Genevieve. I can't lie. Can't lie. I think she seems like such a lovely gal, and I just stan. She's fierce. I'm just taking this above my forehead. I'm just taking this down my nose. This is another thing that I've started to do that I never used to do, is just make my nose look a bit slimmer by holding the brush like this, and yeah, just taking it down the side. I keep holding this up in front of the camera! Just taking it down the sides of my nose. And yeah, snatched. Take it under my jaw. And there we go, a little bit more colour to our cheeks. I'm now going to take the same brush and my favourite blush, because it's the only peach blush that I have right now, and that's the L'Oreal Live to Peach, and I'm just going to bring that all together by just tapping it on my cheeks. I'll keep that nice and high all the way up the sides. I'm now going to take the Soph highlighter palette because, again, I still love it to this day. I think it's like 4 years since this was released, and honestly this is my second one, and I seem to just, this shade here is life, is bae. I hate myself sometimes. I'm just going to do that on the tops of the cheeks. Ooh, I like to rub the excess on my chin for some reason. Above the brow, and then I'm just going to take a small brush, dab the end of my nose, and just go down the middle. I like to go like that. Don't know why. I just do. That's what all the makeup moguls are doing. And yeah, shiny face. I don't really like, now that I've put this highlighter on, this like not blend, so I'm just going to take my bronzer and just have a little look at what's going wrong and go over anything like that. Apologies if you can hear my cat snoring. She's just laid on the sofa asleep. I'm still obsessed with my cat. That'll never not be a thing. Okay, I'm going to do some powdering, and for that, e.l.f. Halo Glow. Love it. Cheap as chips, and I love it. Again, I don't like to use too much of this now, so I'm going to do some sweeps under my eyes, and then just kind of over the centre of my face, really. Now I'm just going to do some setting with the L'Oreal Shake and Glow. Again, I don't like to use my Urban Decay every day because it's expensive, and this just smells really nice and gives me a little bit of a glow, so I'm just gonna, voila. I'm just gonna wait for this to dry, and in the meantime, I'm just gonna sort out my eyes and my brows. For my eyes and my brows, I'm going to be using a new product that I'm really liking. This is the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, which I like to put over my eyes just to block them out. I do normally use concealer, but I quite like this because it's, I don't know, just quick and in a paint pot, easy to use. Now that that's on, I'm just going to take my brush and some setting powder and just sweep over it, just so it's not too tacky. And then next, it's simple as out. Summer of Love, back again. Bronzer, all over my eyes. Get a big fluffy brush. This is so easy in the morning. This is what I've been doing when I've got like half an hour to do my makeup, get everything. I have to look good for my job, guys. Like, I've got to look on point. So yeah, I've got the bronzer on the brush, and I'm just gonna start doing little circles. This is quite a shimmery bronzer, so it gives you a nice little sun-kissed gleam. And I'm gonna wing it out at the sides. Look at that. Just gives you a little bit of a contour, and it just looks fabulous. I'm gonna do the other eye, and then just wing it out. Okay, that's it all on. I like to then get my bronzer brush and just pull it out at the sides, like so. It's honestly simple as that. Foolproof. The only other step that I like to now add to it is a bit of glitter. I'm going to be taking my Dose of Colours very loved palette, and I'm going to just take this shimmer shade, which is called Just a Kiss, and I'm just honestly going to take my finger and pat it over. Ooh. It's just such a good palette. I wonder if it's still on Beauty Bay. I did get it like 2 years ago, but it's just so good. Look at that. I'm going to take it just higher than the crease, just because I want this to be shimmery. And there you go. That's all your eyeshadow that you're doing. I'm just going to take the Soph palette and do my inner corners before I do any liner and stuff. That's how I roll now. Okay, I'm just going to start on my brows, and I have got into Benefit products in a big way. So I'm just going to take my Precisely brow pencil and just fill in my arch. I haven't plucked my eyebrows since I've been on my period, so that was only last week, and they're looking a bit like Bigfoot's armpit at the moment, so just ignore that. I like how fast this pencil is to use, honestly, so good. And that's them filled in, honestly. I am all about speed at the moment, guys. Next, I'm just going to take my Gimme Brow and go through. I can't believe I used to use concealer underneath my eyebrows, above. I used to fully carve out my brows, and it was just, I like to embrace my bushy brows. I think now I'm just going to push this up whilst they're still a bit wet, so they do that like laminated effect. I don't know if that works, but yeah. I've just realised I've forgotten to do underneath my eyes with the bronzer, so I'm just going to quickly do that and smoke it out. Okay, next I'm going to do some liner. For that I'm going to be using the Stila Stay All liner because it's just mint. So good, so precise. And I'm just going to start halfway along the eyes. And then I kind of like stamp it. And then we're going to be joining this all up. I've gotten so much better, if I do say myself, at doing liner. It's ridiculous. I mean, now I've probably cursed it, and the other one's going to be an absolute shambles, but look at that. I used to do like proper curly ones, curly up ones, but I've started to just try and go a bit more out. This one is going a bit more up, but I don't know, just so much better than I was doing in the past. Try and attempt the other one. It's just all about being brave, guys. Like, just gotta not let the liner smell your fear. I knew this one would do this when I got cocky. Ah, it's okay, it's okay. We can fix it. It'll do, it'll do. I'm honestly in such a positive mood. I don't know what's come over me. Like, I had a bit of a weepy one last week, but again, period. Period, period, period. Count how many times I say period on my channel. But yeah, no, I'm feeling, I think this, having a new job has helped. Eating better, just being a bit more positive about life, you know? Liners on, a bit more flicky uppy than I claim that I never do anymore, but oh well, it's still sassy. Ugh. Next, I'm going to take my L'Oreal Bambi Lash and just coat my lashes. I like to do 2 layers of this now, so I've got quite thick lashes. Pulling some absolute beaut faces right now. There you go. I'm just going to tidy up this liner and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I've thrown some lashes on. These are my first time using the Tatti Lashes TL2s. This is the more natural kind of lash, and I just cut it in half because that's what it's said to do to make this nice little cat eye effect. Yeah, I just fancied to jazz it up a bit, and I'm still not the best at sticking on lashes, but I gave it a go and they look quite foxy. I'm now just going to go over with some powder over any parts that are starting to go a bit, you know, a bit oily. I'm still awful at under eyes, like I still get creasing, so if anyone's got any tips. I also really want Botox in my forehead. It is so creasy, always dry. I don't know what to do. Okay, for lips, I'm just going to keep it nude, classic. We're not doing anything too fancy. And I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Cappuccino lip pencil. They've recently rebranded these and I quite like this simple black matte packaging. It's a lot darker than I thought it was going to be. Okay, next I'm just gonna fill my lips in with the Collection Velvet Kiss in the shade Caramel, a classic. It smells lovely. It's like $2.99, so get yourself one, girlies. Well, the lip look went a bit darker than I thought I wanted it, but I'm going to just sort out here because I don't know what I've done. So I'm just going to take some concealer and sort it out. And there you go, that's the makeup look kind of done. So I'm just gonna show you how I do my hair these days because it has changed. I am a bit of a lover of the Farrah Fawcett look at the moment, like curling it out. So I'm gonna show you how I do it. Gonna spray my hair with some Batiste hair shampoo. So I'm just gonna brush that through a little bit. And what I'm going to be using is this big barrel curled curler by John Frieda. I don't know, I got it when I was like 11, so. I'm now going to section my hair, and I like to, basically I've been growing out a mullet. I'm not growing it out, it just kind of has evolved. So I like to clip it up at the back, out the way. Get these front bits, I'll do them last. I'm going to take my curler. I'm gonna take a section of hair and curl it one way, hold it for 3, and kind of bring it down. Boom. Take another section, and this is where it gets awkward. Hold it like that and go backwards. And then I'm gonna go back the other way with the other section. There you go. Just a little wave. So I'm going to carry on doing that around the rest, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I'm pulling out these side bits as well, and I'm just gonna be curling them outwards because, again, I'm going to be doing this whole Farrah Fawcett thing. So take my curlers and curl out. This side's always so awkward. One side is always so awkward because of the way the curler goes and being not ambidextrous, basically. Okay, I'm now going to take down another section of hair and curl that the same way. Honestly, growing out a mullet I thought would be more stressful, but it's been a breeze, to be honest. I like that I can do more with my hair now. I am still going to keep it like choppy, but I like it just a little bit longer. I'm absolutely sweating. Can't open the windows though because there's a lawnmower guy and there's kids screaming. Still the same old shit. I'm going to just take this last back section. God, I need my roots doing. Okay, I'm now just going to go over with some hairspray on these bits because the top of the head's now going to be the bit that's going to give us the 70s vibes. So we're just going to set this in place. I'm going to take this top section, going to part it down the middle, going to get our part in. I'm going to put this middle bit up. Okay, I'm just going to curl these sides, and the way I'm going to do it is each section I take, I'm going to grab the curler, take it all the way up and roll it, almost like a victory roll, I guess. Let it drop, and there you go. You're going to have like a mad moment, but you're just going to let that sit there. Take another section, up, roll, 1, 2, 3. And there you go. Let me just do this last little bit. Okay, and then I'm just gonna get my hairspray and kind of fix them down. This is the Got to Be Glued. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side. Okay, I'm gonna take this top section and then we're gonna do the same again. And there you have it. Set that down. Now what I do is I just give it a little brush through. I like to use a little bit of this volumizing styling powder just to make it extra big. Just lift up the hair, shake it on, and then biggest trick ever is to stand up, go like this. Ooh. I don't know why, I just love like big Farrah Fawcett hair. Okay, so that has been my kind of go-to spruce up of most mornings. I love this disco look that I've got going on. I just love a little bronzed, dewy. I need to stop saying dewy look. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this little get ready with me, and I hope to see you soon. Bye! No wonder I've not got them brand deals. What am I doing? I've got hair in my face. Right, Jamie, in my dreams. And just sweep over it. I just nearly got myself in the eye. Probably put too much in. Ugh. Massive hair.